Article 19. Welcome to this module on Article 19 in detail. So Article 19 guarantees 6 types of freedoms as we have learned in the previous module. So the freedom of speech, the expression, is being guaranteed by Article 19. So what is guaranteed by Article 19? So Article 19 guarantees freedom of speech and expression to every citizen of India, every person of India. As you can see here, the Article 19 exclusively deals with freedom of speech and expression, but we also need to make a note that state can impose certain restrictions on the freedom of speech. So it is not absolutely guaranteeing you freedom of speech and expression, but there are considerable restrictions on that. First, how do they put or impose the restrictions? Mainly, they take integrity, security, sovereignty of the country, friendly relations with the foreign nations, public order with respect to defamation, incitement to offense, or the contempt of court. In these conditions, if you try to oppose, if you try to create any problem for the integrity of the nation, security of the nation, sovereignty of the country, if there is anything what you are doing which is going to affect the friendly relations with the foreign nations or with the neighboring countries, for the public order, if you try to do something which causes defamation or incitement to an offense, or you try to make something that is contempt of court, then the state would impose restrictions on the freedom of speech and expression. Moving to the next article, moving to the next freedom guaranteed under the Article 19, the state guarantees every person freedom to assemble peacefully without arms. However, as we discussed in the previous section of the freedoms, there are reasonable restrictions that can be imposed in the interest of the sovereignty and the integrity of the country and public order. So Article 19, Section 2, which type of freedom is the second type of freedom that is guaranteed is freedom to assemble in a peaceful manner. You cannot carry arms and assemble. So, freedom to assemble peacefully without arms is the second type of freedom that is guaranteed by Article 19. However, there can be reasonable restrictions that can be imposed on the interest of the sovereignty of the nation and the integrity of the country as well as the public order. So in these three conditions, to take care of the sovereignty of the nation, integrity of the country and the public order, there can be reasonable restrictions that can be imposed on assembling in any place. This is the second freedom that is guaranteed by Article 19. Let's now learn the third freedom guaranteed by Article 19. As you can see here, the third freedom that is guaranteed by Article 19 is the freedom to form associations, unions, or the cooperative societies. So, a state can impose restrictions on freedom to form the associations, unions, or the cooperative societies. This is the third freedom which is guaranteed under Article 19. As usual, when there is a freedom that is guaranteed, there can be some restrictions or state can impose some restrictions in the interest of the larger sections and the integrity of the nation, sovereignty of the country, security purpose, or to have a friendly relation with the foreign nations, or for public order with respect to defamation, incitement of offense or contempt of court. The grounds are almost the same as we discussed with the first freedom that is guaranteed by Article 19. So Article 19 guarantees the third freedom, that is freedom to form associations, unions or the cooperative societies. At the same time, there can be an imposition of restrictions in order to safeguard the integrity and security sovereignty of the country. To maintain friendly relations, the friendly relations should not get affected. To maintain the public order with respect to defamation, incitement or to offense or contempt of court. Let's move on to fourth freedom guaranteed by Article 19. So freedom to form associations, cooperatives, this is the third freedom, where there are certain prohibitions. The Police Forces Act 1966, as you can see here, the Police Forces Act 1966 prohibits police personnel from forming trade unions. Don't misunderstand here. They cannot form a trade union. They can form a police union, but they cannot form a trade union. The Constitution also allows Parliament to pass the laws restricting any kind of formation of political associations of the armed forces, intelligence bureaus, persons employed with the telecommunication system, etc. So, freedom to form associations has certain limitations. If you are a armed personnel, armed professional, IB professional, telecommunication system professional, police forces professional, so there are certain restrictions basing on your profile, what you are working. If you are working for police department, you cannot form a trade union. If you are working for any armed forces, IB or telecommunication system, the Parliament can pass a law restricting to form any kind of political association to such kind of employees who are employed in armed forces, IB or telecommunication system. Now the fourth right or the freedom that is guaranteed under Article 19 is the freedom to move freely. A citizen of India can move freely throughout the territory of India. By this right, it can also restrict on the grounds of security, public order or for protecting the interests of the scheduled tribes. So, fourth guarantee of freedom is freedom to move freely. Any citizen of India can move freely throughout the territory of India, provided there can be reasonable restrictions basing on the grounds of security, maintenance of public order, and also to protect the interests of the scheduled tribes or in the forest areas. Now the fifth right or the freedom that is guaranteed is the freedom of residence. The freedom of residence provides you the facility or the freedom for any citizen of the country to reside in any part of the country. So according to this right, you can live in any part of the country. Although restrictions can be imposed on the grounds of security, public order and to protect the interests of the scheduled tribes close to the forest areas. Freedom of profession is the next freedom that is guaranteed by the Article 19. All citizens have a right to carry on a trade, profession, occupation or anything that is not illegal or immoral in the grounds. So any such profession can be taken by any individual or any citizen of the country. The law does not prevent the state from making laws related to technical or professional qualifications required for practicing the occupation or trade. For example, if you are a bachelor's degree holder and you want to be an engineer, you need to have a technical qualification which is required. So, there is a law which does not prevent the states from making the laws related to technical or professional qualifications that are required for practicing any occupation or trade. As I told you, if you want to be a doctor, you need to have that particular medical qualification. Then only you can practice that profession. So other than that, you can practice any profession which does not require any technical skills, and if it is not illegal or immoral, there is no restriction on professions. Whatever you want, you can choose. So the Article 19 guarantees 6 types of freedoms. 1. The freedom of speech and expression, the first freedom that is guaranteed. The second one, freedom to assemble without any arms, is the second freedom that is guaranteed. Freedom to form associations, unions, cooperative societies, provided there are certain limitations where the armed professionals cannot form any political associations. Freedom to move freely. As a citizen of India, you can move to any part of the country. There are restrictions on the security grounds and also to protect the rights of the scheduled castes and tribes. Freedom to reside anywhere. You can buy a residence, you can live in any part of our country. And the last freedom is practice of any profession of your choice. There is no restriction or limitation that can be imposed on the freedom of your profession, provided the states can make laws regarding the technical qualifications which are required to do certain professions. So these are the 6 fundamental freedoms which are guaranteed under the Right to Freedom Article 19. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next module.